addict, problem addict, problem addict, problem addict, podcast, problem addict, podcast, problem addict, problem addict, problem addict, problem
Recorded straight out of the problematic in West Palm Beach, Florida, the problematic podcast, starring Stephanie Wood and Dan Casso, the only funny comedy podcast to ever come out of South Florida. Yeah, that's smart branding. That'll get everyone on our side.
Oh yeah, welcome back to another episode of the Problematic Podcast with your host. I'm Dan Casso.
And I'm Steph Wood.
Yeah, we just try to switch it up for you today.
Switched it up on me. I almost shit myself just now.
We're coming in hot. No, we're coming at you live here on the GONZO Radio Network in the Problematic Podcast at Dan's house.
In the problematic.
Yeah, problematic.
Problematics in the problematic, getting problematic. But I don't know how problematic we're going to continue to get. I feel like I want to slow down a little bit on the intensity of the things I say. I'm very proud of every joke I've ever told on this show because they were all very hilarious and brilliant.
Amazing.
But I don't know. I want to have a career. I don't. When I think about like actually having a real job forever, it's so terrifying that I got to kind of take this a little bit more seriously, maybe.
Yep.
So
that's normally our disclaimer.
Not
is,
gonna.
Hey, this is.
But you got to understand it's going to taper off. I can't just go cold turkey on like ironically racist jokes and just saying extremely non-PC things. But I don't know. It'll be what it is. I'm just becoming a little bit more mindful of it because it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But I will not have a real job.
No, we're trying to baby steps. It's just like with anything. You know, through a withdrawal, you don't want to go so bad. It can be.
You can't.
It's too hard. You know.
You can't.
We don't have the. It's going to take some time, so we appreciate all of your patience with us as we try to become humans and not just complete dicks. But It's a work in progress.
Coming along.
11 episodes, probably by.
Yeah, this is episode 11.
Yeah, cheers to that.
Yeah.
You don't have any alcohol, but that's cool.
Yeah. But I figure around 40, I'll start figuring out how to, I don't know.
Age 40 or episode 40?
Probably be around the same time.
Right, let's be honest.
The rate we put these motherfuckers at.
Yeah, I'll be dead by the time that happens.
Yeah.
I might even, I don't know. Yeah, no, we're gonna keep it together. We're gonna class this bitch up, okay? We're gonna
polish this turd a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, you can put lipstick on a pig
and you'll fuck it.
Yeah.
You know, you could put lipstick on a pig and you're gonna fuck that pig, but you'd feel a little bit better about it if, you know, the pig lost a little weight and stopped screaming racial slurs.
Ironic.
No matter where it was.
Ironic racial.
Never really said slurs. I never really said too many slurs.
No.
We actually, I keep losing my headphone. But we actually cut a piece out of an episode once where we were saying a slur that starts with an M,
Nope,
and it's an Italian slur.
Let's not go there. That never happened.
But were we talking about that with a black dude?
Yeah, we're just not talking about
So-
that. We're backtracking too much here. Let's move forward. Listen, everything's always in good fun.
It's important to be honest about where you're at. If we own it now, they can't own us later.
That's right.
When we're about to, you know,
I don't know. Be in the
when they
middle.
have me like present the Pulitzer Prize that year.
I want to just go to the Teen Choice Awards. I think that's my goal in life. Just walk that carpet, you know. I really want to make my dad proud. I told him I would one day he can meet Juliana Rancic. That's his gal. Jim Wood loves Juliana.
I don't know who that is.
That's fair. I'm okay with you not knowing who that is. I'm a little upset that my dad knows.
Sorry, Jim Wood.
Yeah, Jim Wood he's like the silent co-host. I feel
He is.
He's
He's always with us.
Yeah, so I love you, Dad. I'm just making you proud. I was thinking about that the other day. Like, my dad went from thinking I was like an angel. Well, I mean, I don't know, but to coming to my comedy shows and watching me tell dick jokes and anal jokes and genuinely being proud of me for it. Like, you killed it.
Try to stay on the mic.
Like that abortion joke of yours, just, you know, it was great stuff. So I don't know. It's fun that my dad's kind of cool about it. Your dad was just here, right?
Yes.
You have a good time? Give your papa a kiss.
I want to switch the setting on the mic so bad, but I feel like I shouldn't because Brad already has it. I'll leave it to Brad. I mean, it's in his hands. Yes, my dad was just here. It was a fantastic visit. I only it sucks. Like when I first moved down here, I'd see him like 2 or 3 times a year. And now I see him once a year basically. And it blows.
It sucks when you live far. I know I live like a lot of my family lives in Chicago, and it's just hard. Like you realize like weeks turn into months, and
Yeah.
I haven't seen my mom I think in 2 years. It just
That sucks.
I know it sucks.
Yeah, I don't know. It's well, yeah, because he lives in Jersey most of the year. He comes down now. He's a snowbird for a couple months out of the year with his girl. They have a place on the west coast of Florida, Tampa area.
West Side.
Yeah, but it is weird, seeing him once a year now, and looks considerably older every time you see him and shit, and you just worry about him. See, we're really changing it up here on the Problematic Podcast. Look at this.
We just had a real feeling and a thought from our hearts.
It's a real feeling and a real thought.
Speaking of, I had an existential
He picked up the
crisis.
ukulele, though.
What?
I don't mean to interrupt
go
your
ahead.
existential crisis,
It's fine. Go for it.
but that's kind of his. He's got a ukulele. He got a ukulele, and it's adorable. And it's good. It's perfect, too, because he's a big man, and he's got a big old gut. And I feel like that's the perfect way. Because like me, like I'm struggling to hold it the right way and like have control over the fretboard. And like if you got the gut, though, it just sits right on your gut. Like that fat Hawaiian guy singing Over the Rainbow. Somewhere over the rainbow. That shit.
It's a good jam.
So if you're obese, ukulele is perfect instrument. And it's also very easy to play. And you don't got to worry about your big fat fingers not being able to do all the chords that a guitar would do because the chords are much simpler.
Aren't there less of them too?
There's less, there's 4 strings and it's tuned, not to get all technical, but it's in an open chord tuning. So when you strum it just the way it is without touching any of the frets, it's a chord, it's G. So off that, it's really easy to play songs. It's cute. I'd rather him get into playing the ukulele than like online gambling or child pornography.
Or like get like a sports car and a younger wife.
Yeah, exactly. That would fucking suck.
That would just be so cliche. It's like, this is a cliche. He's like,
And then I'd be turned on by him, and I would try to date my dad.
I don't want to. I'm glad. I think you kept him away from me so that.
Yeah, you would date my dad.
So I wouldn't see what a hottie he was.
Yeah, he's adorable.
Such a cutie. So did you guys jam out together?
No, not really. Like I didn't jump on the guitar or anything with him, but I did. Like I was playing with him and showing him tricks too. It was funny. The son teaching the father something. It was very nice.
Life's full circle.
It comes full circle.
That's right.
Do you watch the Midnight Gospel?
I have not.
Dude, that's Duncan Trussell's show. A lot of people are talking about it.
It's like the cartoon. It's like a cartoon.
Yeah, well, like he took segments from his favorite podcast he ever recorded, and then like he incorporates it into like this like fictional world of like this guy that's like traveling interdimensionally and shit through like a universe simulator. And
I like his podcast a lot. So
yeah,
I imagine I would like it.
Yeah, I used to really be into Duncan Trussell's podcast.
I like his. Do you like his voice? I like it.
I like it. You got to get used to it, I guess. But
it's like mine. It's annoying as fuck, and it's acquired taste. But once you lean in, you go for the ride. It's like when you watch like a British show. It's like at first, it's like I can't.
Right.
Am I gonna be able to follow this? And by like the second episode,
most podcasts are like that, though. There's something you have to get used to about the person. But I just said full circle because he has this episode, this fucking season finale, where, and I remember when he, like listening to this podcast for the first time, but his mom was dying of cancer, and he recorded a podcast with her, with them both knowing she was going to die soon. It's the heaviest fucking thing ever. And like he made that the episode, like where the main character like sees his mom again.
Oh, wow.
And like there's just this beautiful moment like where he's talking to his mom. They're doing the interview in like this fictional fantastic world and shit. And then the mom dies in front of him, but then he gives birth to a baby, and the baby's his mom. So like the conversation continues through the baby, just as a way of saying like the teachings of your parents. You actually complete the teachings of your parents as you have your own children, and you find them working through you. Well, then you're going to hell first off.
Well, I'm never gonna have kids. So.
Yeah, you're gonna go to. Well, I mean,
No, it is.
There's not many reasons you wouldn't go to hell.
I don't think that's one of them. I will be going to hell for other reasons besides.
There's many others. Yeah.
Listen, as a woman in these times, I'm sick of men putting me down, and women. Actually, I take that back. It's way more women than men who make me feel like shit for like, oh, like, are you sure you don't want to have kids? Or like, you will one day. It's like, I mean, I'm just waiting for them to just freeze up so they stop. I've never wanted I knew when I was a kid I didn't want to have kids. They're just not for me, you know? So I guess the knowledge and the legacies of my parents will never go on. So I should learn the ukulele. I think the moral of that story is.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, I got
That's
it.
what I was trying to say.
Yeah, I got it. Full circle.
Yeah.
I'll teach someone.
I don't want to have kids. I just want to hold other people's. I want to become famous enough to like where if I'm walking down the street, they're like, oh shit, that's Dan Castle, a comedian.
Here's my baby.
Can I hold your kid?
No, you don't even ask. They just give
They throw them at me.
Yeah, throw babies. Like you're a baby catcher.
Because I love like kids and babies and shit, but like I want to be able to walk away from them.
Yeah.
I enjoy them a lot. My mom raised me around kids and stuff. I love them. They're funny. They're beautiful. The things they say are awesome. And I don't think they're sexy. What a relief, you know? Holy shit.
It's always,
Dealt that hand.
It's always like
I'd way rather have a hankering for heroin.
You look at your cards and you're like, yep.
Ugh.
Addict. Okay.
God damn it. And with that, there's the type 1, the type 2.
Pedophilia.
There's you're born with the urge.
Yeah.
And then there's you were abused as a child and you're working it out. Yeah.
And your foot falls off.
Yes.
So it always happens.
Yep.
I know a few people.
Type 2 pedophilia, you get bad circulation in your legs, you lose your foot.
That's another thing I think we're going to concentrate a lot on. The new version of the pod, the facelift version is
in the medical corner.
Yeah, we're going to just, do a lot of medical testimonies and let you guys know some new treatments, things you probably don't know, alternative science.
Because I am pre-med. That's something a lot of people don't know about.
I'm post-med, so we're
post-med.
Menopause.
In the sense that you're transitioned.
Yes, you look very good, I think. Speaking of, I just recently went and got my hair done.
Why?
I got my hair cut because I just needed a trim, and I'm pretty good friends with my hairstylist, so I'm back out there, guys. All right, we're back, baby. Economy's back. People are out there.
Steph Wood is back on the stroll, everybody.
I'm on the streets. I'm licking faces. Not using condoms. Never have. So nothing new here.
I'm licking faces.
And I texted, remember when I texted you the other day? And I was in a pure rage. Just like when it snaps in your head. And I, of course, was like, I have to tell someone this. So I texted Dan. And I was like, I just told a woman at Walgreens I was going to spit down her fucking throat. And you're like, solid. That sounds like what happened.
That's awesome.
She probably deserved it. And I did. And I'm sorry to that woman, but you did. She got in my space. Okay. First of all, it's Walgreens. You're not supposed to be like, even without the pandemic, you're always supposed to have like that patient separation. She gets so close to me. She's like trying to like look at something that's like on sale on the counter. I'm like, I'm at the farm. What are you doing?
What a piece of shit.
And then she's like, what? You're too close. I go, you're in my space. And then I
sounds like she got what she deserved, huh, Steph?
Yeah, that's what I was going to spit in her fucking throat. So it's my neighborhood pharmacy and I have to go there a lot. So
did you threaten
I got
her?
my plan B. I got my plan B. So
you got your plan B.
It worked out.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
Good.
But no, how do you feel about everything coming back?
Were you threatening her though? Were you like, I'm carrying?
No, I think that my look on my face is pretty scary.
Oh.
But
so you look like you're carrying diseases. That's just the implication.
She could tell I had definitely pedophilia, type 2. I think she knew I had a little bit of rage.
I'm into kids. I'll spit that right down your throat.
Yep, and you're going to catch it.
Yeah, you don't know.
And then you're never going to be able to hang out with your neighbors again.
Jeez.
So no one's inviting you to barbecues. But
Well, you hear it here, folks. Stephanie has type 2 pedophilia.
And it's airborne, so don't.
Stephanie Wood,
don't piss me off.
Up and coming stand-up comedian in South Florida, is a pedophile.
Hey,
you heard what she said.
Dang, this is reverting back. Okay, let's do it. Want to do a spicy take segment? Sing a song.
Sing a song
for spicy takes. So we're gonna do a segment called Spicy Takes where me and Dan give you.
Stop breaking the fourth wall. Let's just talk to each other. No more. We don't got to do that anymore. It's just us in here.
Let's do some spicy takes.
Or we're on what?
We got to make a beat first. Ready?
Don't drum on the table. It'll fuck up the mic.
Okay.
I'll drum on my chest. No, let me do it. You'll fuck it up.
I see. Takes for taking spice. I see. Takes we're going spicy takes. Spicy takes. We're gonna get spicy with our takes. Hey, Dan and Stephanie. I don't know how to rhyme, so I'm gonna.
I didn't know we were doing this segment.
Let's not do it. Anyways, let's abort that, just like I
Yeah.
did my pregnancies.
You tried it.
All right, didn't work out. So
We're fearless.
Yep.
We took an artistic risk.
Atlas joined us, the dog.
I hope my washing machine doesn't go off like 11 more times during this podcast because it already has gone off 3 times and I don't want it again. I don't want it to do it
He
again.
was washing his panties and his intimates right now.
I don't
and-
wash my panties. I throw them away.
What? You should sell them.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about that. Okay, listen, I can't do porn.
You should. If you're a woman, I don't know why every woman isn't like it's somehow using
Sell your panties, right?
yeah, just using fucking gross men to make money.
Like I've been thinking, like, what about taking pictures of your feet? I don't think.
Of
it's
course
bad.
you should.
Right.
Of course you should. If you're comfortable doing those things, I don't know why
We talked about
the market
this last
isn't
time.
completely flooded to the point where it's obsolete.
Yeah.
Like
Listen,
I don't get why every woman isn't doing that.
I think you have pretty good feminine feet. Do you think that you could?
I do not have feminine feet. I have disgusting feet.
They look like
I would have to
chickens?
sell them to gay guys that are into like dudes with gross feet. My feet are gross.
What would you say they look like? Like if you had to pick an animal.
An animal? Like a ferret.
Oh.
Yeah, I have like ferret feet. They're just long and skinny.
And
I have like long ass toes.
And upsetting.
They suck. They suck. They're flat.
I hate ferrets.
I hate ferrets. They smell like ferrets too.
I had a babysitter as a kid. I can't even talk.
My
about it.
feet smell like ferret piss.
I hate ferrets.
Don't tell your therapist, but my feet smell like ferret piss. Ooh.
Got him. Write that down.
I won't have to. It's in here forever.
No.
I'll never forget. I want to jam this up my fucking ass so bad.
For a couple $, you can probably do that. And if you get a ferret involved, I mean, we talking big bucks here, guy. All right, fuck the gerbils. We're going full ferret.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's
Full-
kick this into high Richard gear. You know what I'm talking?
Spicy.
Shit.
Got him.
I'm ready.
We're ready. Spicy takes left and right.
Got another three more hours of this.
Are you gonna be wearing mask in public every time you go out?
Mask?
Yeah, I can't say it. I have a speech
like
impediment.
mascara? I always have a little.
You should always have a little mascara on. My mom always told me never to leave your house without a little mascara and
Yep.
concealer on.
A little bit of foundation.
You gotta just, you never know who you might meet, you know?
I always know who I'm gonna meet, and that's why I always have a little bit of foundation.
And who do you meet?
Just celebrities and rich people.
And people who like ferret feet. I went to Publix the other day and I forgot my mask and I felt, I don't know.
It doesn't matter anymore though, right?
felt-
You don't have to wear them
I
now.
felt like an American, you know? It's just like, fuck it, I'm here.
It was
Where
kind
I-
of a bummer to have to wear masks. Sorry, go ahead.
But are you wearing them every time you go, like into every gas station?
If
or
they still have the
store?
sign up, I just fucking wear it.
But if
I
they
don't
don't,
like
have this,
it.
if they don't have the sign up, that's my question. They don't have the sign up. Are you wearing it?
Not really.
Yeah, I don't really think. I don't know. I told you I'm looking faces. So
I know.
and feet.
Yeah,
That's what I should do. Lick feet.
you should.
I have
Then
an,
no, what? No, don't do that. Why would you want to lick feet? Just sell pictures of them.
I don't know. I have an
other
entrepreneurial
people's
spirit.
feet.
I have entrepreneurial spirit. I don't
Yeah.
know. Are you ready for to come back to comedy? Hell, that's a hell.
That's
yeah.
gonna be my act now, though. I'm becoming a different kind of comic.
Yeah. What are you gonna be like?
Just physical. Just physical comedy.
And
I'm
like,
done writing jokes and trying to make people think. Everyone is insulted by my thoughts, and I don't want to. I'm just gonna be silly guy.
just be
For
silly.
real though, I kind of want to be sillier guy because like I am a silly fuck, but I've never really
You are a silly
let
goose.
loose on stage.
When you get in a mood, like you can be really.
I'm unbearable.
It's like a puppy dog.
Yeah.
It's just like.
Like I am. I'm unbearable in the way like a lot of like the fucking comedic actors you love are, and like you hear about them being like, that's my fucking girlfriend.
Oh
It's
no, I
torture
know.
to live
She
with me.
tells me. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm always like being edgy, kind of deadpan guy on stage so often, and I like that. But I
Yeah.
want to be sillier and
You
like
can switch
use
it up.
voices and faces and characters more and be nuts. And so I got to find a way
You're
to
gonna
do
be a
that.
prop comic too. All
No, I don't
You-
want to do props.
right, but you can't use the ukulele because that's our boy.
That's Steve Lamb's.
That's our boy Steve. Love you, Steve.
Well, my dad said that to me, or like his girlfriend said that to me. They're like, oh, you should try sometime like taking a ukulele on stage and saying jokes. I'm like, my friend does that.
And he does it well. So
He does.
Does
Steve's
it-
a
he
great
does it,
writer.
he does it great. So yeah, you can't fucking
One
beat on
liners
that.
out the fucking ass. Shout out Stephen Lang.
And it's hard to write one-liners. Those are fucking
Kathy
hard.
from Human Resources.
Fucking Kathy from Human Resources.
I'll go down on you either way, no matter which one you are that day.
Yeah, we don't care.
Steve.
We don't care, Steve. We love you.
Steve or Kathy, you're gonna get gone down on.
I saw Steve pretty recently. He was looking vibrant and beautiful.
Was he?
Hmm.
I miss everyone. It was good seeing Jackie.
Yeah, that was fun. Jackie was here.
Jackie
last time.
Sanchez. Shout out Jackie Sanchez. She was on the last episode.
She'll be at the Improv's coming back Saturday. Oh, like a week from, or no, this Saturday they'll have a show. Jackie's on it, so there
At the
is.
buzzer again.
Dan's panties are definitely done drying now, but yeah, comedy's coming back. I saw you're doing a show same day. I was gonna ask you to go to the Improv.
Oh yeah,
but-
it's Sean Mullins. He's like, he just threw a fucking gang of people on, like
Yeah.
just like fucking 30 people or something.
I love it. I
Yeah.
think that's great.
No, Sean's the shit, man. He works really hard.
He has a new room I saw. It's a great place. I've been there before.
Sean Mullins, shout out Sean Mullins.
Crazy Uncle Mike's. It's a little
Stop
bit,
smiling. What?
little bit down from Robot. It's called Crazy Uncle Mike's. It's a really cool spot.
I did that spot once
Love
with Jackie,
that.
actually.
Love that joint. So he's doing another similar curated mic there. So
That's cool.
yeah. So you excited? Do you have like, what's your jokes? What's your opening joke? You opening with some Corona shit, AIDS, like you normally do? Like
I don't know.
How are you gonna do that?
I have been writing some stuff. I'd like to try that stuff out.
And is it Corona based or no?
No,
Has nothing to do with like the
I'm
quarantine?
doing actually a fucking corporate Zoom comedy gig.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, go on.
This girl from Instagram found out we met on chat roulette actually like 10 years ago.
This sounds
I had
completely
forgotten that.
legitimate so far.
But yeah, she follows me on Instagram. She's like, hey, my company I work for a mechanical engineering firm. We're having a party and we wanted to hire a comedian, but it's over Zoom. You want to do it? And I was like, yeah, sure. Like I've just always been told, don't say no. Just take every gig.
I know.
Just do
I messaged you about something the other day, and you're like, "I kind of fucked up. I made it sound like if."
Hmm.
The quick story of the text was I like meant to tell Dan like hypothetically, if you were me, would you take this gig? But I didn't phrase it that way, so it sounded like I was asking you to do it, didn't it? Is that what you like? Oh, you okay? I thought when you got it, you're like this bitch, but. No, but I always say like just do it, like say yes, and like you said, like if anything, you're gonna get a good story from it. And at
Yeah.
this point, I don't have a lot of stories because there hasn't been a lot of life to be lived. So I'm just taking them in, doing
Yeah.
crazy shit.
I mean, in that I have to be completely clean.
How many minutes is it?
15, 20,
When is this?
June 12th, I think.
Okay.
I hope I'm not getting that wrong.
June 12th, Zoom
It'd be funny if the
comedy.
girl was watching right now, like this fucking ass.
And corporate, I mean, you definitely don't say anything, but you're getting some cash for that, huh?
Getting paid, yeah.
Hell yeah, man. That's awesome. Good for you.
But
15 minutes of clean material is a fun challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and they like gave me some like background info on some of the people in the company I can make fun of and shit.
Oh, so they kind of
I'm
want you
trying.
to roast them?
Yeah, but they don't want me to really roast them. Obviously not. But
Yeah, they don't know it, but if they're asking you to
but
roast them.
no, I mean everything I've written so far is tame. I have like some clean material I'm gonna work in. I'm gonna steal a couple people's jokes.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm gonna message them. I'm gonna tell them like friends of mine that I know won't care. They'll just think it's hilarious. Like Riley, I'm gonna take Riley's joke about what's the password. I'm gonna use that.
I don't remember that joke.
Oh, it's a great joke. I should just do it. No,
Don't
right
do it.
now.
Save it.
But and probably like Chris Shepard's I-95 bit. It's a good joke.
I don't remember that joke.
Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry. I have like CTE or whatever.
I know what you're thinking. I look like the kind of guy that falls asleep while I'm driving a lot. I don't mean to brag, but if I had a sleep number, it'd be I-95.
That is pretty.
It's amazing. It's a great joke and it's clean.
It's a great joke.
Yep.
All
So I'm
right.
gonna take some of those.
I challenge you to write all of your own jokes, Dan.
No, I'm gonna take some other. Well, I'm gonna have backups for sure because this is gonna be really hard. This is fucking hard as shit. Zoom comedy is.
Okay, clean.
I haven't done any Zoom comedy because like I don't want to. It's weird. Like I respect the people that are doing it and didn't want to quit, and obviously like people putting together those rooms and shows.
Yeah,
I
I didn't
respect
do
the
any
hustle
either.
on that, but it's
Yeah.
just ethically, it's a little sad.
It makes me feel so
So,
sad.
Yeah.
It's like I understand this like psychology of why I go on stage and just put myself out there for the affection and approval of strangers. Like I get it. I'm
But I need
reenacting
the
trauma
room.
from I need the room. I need to see the people's
So-
disappointment on their face in person. So
Yep.
yeah, no. So you're right. So it's not only you haven't done comedy for a while,
I haven't done
but you have to
comedy
do
in
15
months.
minutes, and it has to be
And
clean.
my step back into it is going to
And
be
Zoom.
15 to 20 minutes corporate Zoom video chat comedy gig. That's how I'm going to
This
go
is
back.
gonna be
That's
a
what I'm saying. But that's
disaster.
you need those stories.
Yeah.
So, but I'm not trying to do bad for the story. I'm going to do my best,
Yeah, no,
and I-
you'll be good. You'll
and
be
I think
good.
I'll be okay. But
You'll kill
it's
it.
going to be hard.
It'll be good. That's like when I had that, unfortunately got canceled, but that charity show that was at a church. I was gonna be. It was my first time officially like featuring me and Charlie were gonna co-feature.
Yeah.
15 minutes clean in a church. So that was
Very
a
good.
fun. It got canceled, unfortunately. I'm sure sometime hopefully they'll reschedule it. But and
Got
there's
it again.
Dan's. Shout out to Dan's wash machine. Gotta love potting from your home, you
Yep.
know.
If you know me, you know just the rage. It's seeping under my skin and running through my veins right now every time I hear the alarm
Yeah.
of that goddamn washing machine.
Yep. Someone's
And I can't run down
getting
to
murdered
open the
tonight.
doors and stop it.
I'm upset
And
for you. I'm upset.
I love my girlfriend, but she just, she ran some laundry right as the podcast was starting. And you make of that what you want to. I'm not going to place any judgment on that. I'm saying she did something.
She's
I'm
sabotaging
going to leave it
us.
at that. I'm going to leave it at that.
You know,
So
it's fine. It makes sense. I'm thankfully freaking out that some of this quarantine is over, but I'm also freaking out that it's kind of, I'm like, I don't know. I feel
people are going to miss it for sure.
it's just the in between and the like the state of like not knowing what to do. Half people are on board for something, half the people think that's crazy.
Yo.
I don't really fall on either side. I don't claim to have any answers. So like I'm just trying to not be an idiot and kill people or get killed, but also live my life. And I don't know how to do that without feeling like I'm disrespectful. You know what I mean? It's just like at some point you just have to say fuck it and just live your life and not worry about. Because I was, you go into a store or you go out. I was, walking around my neighborhood without a mask, and someone gave me a dirty look, and also told that lady I was going to spit down her fucking throat.
You bit the shit out of her.
I bit her nose off, and now she looks like Michael Jackson. So you're welcome. She's very happy now. I don't know. I feel like it's just weird.
Shit. I mean, if you were out of work but no kids and nothing to really take care of, and like reasonable expenses, this is the best time ever to be unemployed. And everyone's just unemployed, so like the FOMO's not there. Like of course you lose your job and you're home. I mean, my girl got laid off. She lost her job of no fault of her own, just as circumstance because of this whole debacle. But she still like struggled with feeling like a loser. Like, fuck, I'm out of work.
Yeah, there's something about having
even if it's not your fault
every day. Yeah, like getting up and going and doing something, feeling like that sense of completion. Like even if I was, I don't know, maybe if I had like a lot of money, I would feel differently. Because then granted, there was no pandemic. But I always think about that in the sense of like housewives, how if you don't have
that's
kids,
why so many
like
housewives end up on pills and shit, man, because it's horrible. Monotony like just destroys people.
Drinking buttery Chardonnay all day long.
Yeah.
It is a breakfast wine.
Day drinking, popping pills.
Yeah. I know. I had an existential crisis.
I would do it if I was a housewife. Fuck. If I was a rich housewife, I would be on drugs. You kidding me? Of course I would be.
What drugs?
Something to take me up, something to take me down, baby.
Play a little chemist.
Yeah. If I was really going hard, I'd be on, an illegal amount of Adderall every day and, some kind of opiate. Hopefully I would keep it mild, but me personally, no, I wouldn't. I'd probably be on like Dilaudid.
Oh, Dilaudid?
And then I would have to be careful with the Dilaudid throughout the day because you don't want to kill the Adderall buzz. And then you just really hammer home the opiates and then, a good benzo at night when it's time to break it all down and the kids are playing video games or going to sleep soon.
Don't you miss that part of doing drugs is playing pharmacist and chemist?
Yeah.
I also consider myself like an amateur pharmacist. Like I can look at someone and be like, you need this, this, and this. And I like to like hoard pills. Like if I ever go to like get, I don't know, if I'm sick and they give me pain pills, I won't take all of them.
Yeah.
So I'll have them in my, I think it's like the worst thing to do. You're supposed to like get rid of them.
That's what they say.
Yep. But then someone's like, my left side of my head hurts. I'm like, I got it. Like, you need two of these, one of those, and just separate them. But yeah, I think I maybe should have been a pharmacist or a drug dealer.
Yeah. I always give, or people come to me with that advice. That's my expertise. That's the one thing I'm an undisputed expert in this life.
Me too. It's one of the things I think we have in common.
Yeah.
We can just
cool.
Hell yeah.
And I hate myself for it every day, more and more every day.
No, I think you should
regretting the person I was.
Embrace your talents.
Yeah.
Glass half full, Dan, not half empty.
You hope it pays off in the end.
Yeah, I mean, if comedy doesn't work out, we can go back to the streets. Are we going to do comedy in the streets? I think we should do it.
I want to do street comedy. Just set up a portable PA.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Bark at people.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
start telling really ironic jokes out. Like,
Yeah.
but I want to go in
Just
like,
actually finally be in danger for some of the fucked up things I say.
but I want to do like, we'll do like a really bad neighborhood and like a really nice neighborhood that we have no business being in either one of. And well, I obviously deserve being in like the bad neighborhood, but the one, like almost like a gated community, but not quite so hard to get into.
Mhm.
Like we can maybe follow someone in behind the gate and then just set up and just start just doing crazy ass jokes.
Trespassing. That shit's gonna keep going off, I guess.
Yeah, it's all right. Don't worry about it.
Don't like it.
Dan's gonna have a full-on meltdown before
I
he
have
does.
like auditory autism, man. Like I shouldn't, sorry, Brad, no disrespect to your son, but like I kind of am. Like I'm very sensitive to sounds and shit and like very particular and compulsive about how I want things to.
I'm weird about sounds and smells. It's actually funny you said that. The other day I was listening to, I forgot what podcast I was listening to. Rick Glassman, actually, I remember. You know who that is? He has
I know the name.
He's like a really funny comic, and he has a podcast, and he's been in some stuff, and he was saying how he is an adult guy diagnosed with autism, and he was kind of going through what it was, and I was like, check. And one of the things is I'm very sensitive to sounds and smells, just like you were saying. And I like walked into my house and I like went and like yelled at me. I was like, do you think I have autism? And he was like, he didn't say no. He was like, I mean, there's something, you're on the spectrum. And I think that's true. That's fine. I embrace it. I love it. I don't know. I can't count toothpicks, but
A lot of people are.
like, yeah, I don't know. It's good times.
Yeah, it's just more pronounced and severe in some people. More noticeable.
And I just think as kids, like we didn't get tested for that. They just thought we were weird and quirky, which, I don't know. I don't have an opinion on that.
They were too busy diagnosing everybody with ADD back then.
I feel like
ADHD.
ADD was our hot disease.
Yeah.
We really were. No one took Adderall before. Like, I mean, we feel like more kids took Ritalin. Like, am I?
Yeah, Ritalin was the thing back then.
Yeah.
You can't even really get that anymore.
What's the other thing? It's like starts with the C, I think.
Concerta.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Concerta. Yeah. Some kids
And
took Ritalin.
Wellbutrin.
Wellbutrin's like that too. I thought that was like an antidepressant.
They use it for that too.
Thank God you went to medical school.
I did.
It's such a blessing.
Yeah, the Screets Medical.
Hey, did you watch that? So I've been trying to tell you about my existential crisis because
I went to drug school.
It's on my mind. Okay.
Yeah.
Did you watch the David Spade movie?
No.
Okay. Well, when you watch it, it's
wasn't planning on it. Is it good?
I'm not sorry. It's the Adam Sandler movie. David Spade's in it.
Okay.
It's called The Other Missy. I had like 5 people tell me to watch it, and I think because if you watch the movie, I don't know if these people told me to watch this because like this girl reminds them of me, which is a fucking insult because she's crazy. She's like super awkward.
Well, you are crazy.
But yeah, but like maybe like a really exaggerated version of me. I hope I'm not that annoying as this girl is. So she's like unbearable. Anyways, you ever watch Scrubs back in the day?
Yeah.
You know Sarah Chalky. I'm not sure if that's how you say her name. Sarah,
Blonde
the
chick?
blonde girl.
Yeah.
So she's in that movie as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
So pretty, such a hottie, right? Back in the day, she looked
busted now.
No, she didn't look busted. She just looked old.
Yeah.
And I was what? It's
Maybe
like
she's letting herself age naturally. That's nice.
No way is she. She's using Botox fillers.
She worked on.
She didn't look, but I literally almost started crying watching this fucking movie because I thought to myself, I'll never be able to afford all the things that she has at her fingertips, and she looks like that.
Yeah.
Some
people just do it wrong too, and some people's faces don't take to it well, or like they try to alter.
Just tell me I look 25.
Who did I see that
was?
Who did I see where like they were aging naturally? And I was like, oh shit, props. Not Christina Applegate, Alicia Silverstone. I saw her in something recently where she was like her age now.
Christina Applegate also has kind of aged naturally a little bit
the
too.
Baddest.
Have you watched? Do you watch Dead to Me?
Yo, Christina Applegate.
Back
really
in
is
the
one
day,
of my all-time. Holy shit,
dude.
So fucking fun.
Married with Children.
But yeah, Alicia Silverstone looks like she's had zero work done, and like she's still beautiful, but she just looks old. Like she's just getting older, and it's just like I was like, fuck, props, hell yeah.
But
that industry.
I
to do
bet
that,
you that she still has had some work done. Is what I'm saying.
maybe a little.
Like she probably hasn't done full facelift and like crazy shit.
Obviously, I can't tell the way women can, but
I guarantee you she's had something done.
Yeah.
Most women my age, my friends like that are my age, like, especially from back home, and I don't give any hate to that. Like I'm thinking about getting Botox and stuff, and most of the time, if it's done right, like you look great. Like if a bitch looks hot, I will give props any day. I will never hate on someone. I'm just like, who's your doctor? Because I should get this filled, right?
Yeah.
Like, don't you think? They're like, yes. But I don't know. It struck me in such a way that it like has been haunting me for 2 days. I was just like, oh my God. I've just been like putting serums all over my face, letting guys come on me. It's been a fun
You do
couple
what you gotta do.
days.
And I don't fault you for that, girl.
Protein rich. Okay. Again, we do alternative medicine here. As an alternative medicine expert, great thing that you can do. So keep with it. Existential crisis. I'm going to just pretend I'm 25. So I don't know. I survived my 20s. I feel like I can survive this pandemic. You survived.
This pandemic, man.
This pandemic.
This
You got
pandemic.
You got Leo Silver down there.
Shit, this pandemic, man, I think this is a
Oh,
crock of bull.
It become me.
I really want to turn off my washing machine because that alarm keeps going off, but shit. I think this pandemic was a crock of bull. No, it wasn't a crock of bull, but how fucking, I don't know. It's just hard to dispute. It feels like the whole thing was a little overblown, don't you think?
Yeah.
Maybe they didn't have to destroy the economy and put 50 million people
Maybe
out of
not.
work.
Maybe not.
I don't know.
Maybe there's also something they aren't telling us that we don't know.
I mean, of course, the argument too is that maybe because they did something, it didn't spread the way it was.
Yeah.
Sure. I don't know that. I'm not a fucking epidemiologist, but the whole thing seemed a little bit over the top.
Well, luckily we live in Florida and we give no fucks here.
Yeah.
Okay. Florida gets a bad rep. Obviously, I'm from Chicago, Dan's from Jersey. I feel sometimes like embarrassed, like that I live in Florida. I don't really, but Florida, man, everyone shits on our fucking state. Listen, I'm proud to be a Floridian. I'm a Chicago girl, true and true. Always be from Chicago.
True.
Always be missed. Always. But listen,
And I'm a Jersey girl, true and true.
always be a Jersey girl. But fuck this. We don't like. It's the one time I love living in like a mile and a half from Trump with a whole bunch of MAGA supporters around, just being like, "Fuck this!
No,
Don't
Florida's
tread on
interesting
me."
as fuck.
We're
Like I love
going
Jersey,
out.
but like it's kind of boring.
But isn't it kind of cool to be in the state that like
It goes
isn't
through the winter and shit. Yeah, Florida's
isn't
nuts.
giving the fuck
all
right
the
now?
time.
Like,
Florida's nuts.
we're like,
I love the entertainment.
hold my
value.
alligator. I'm gonna go fuck some shit up. All
Yeah.
right, like we got this.
You fuck this alligator. I gotta go do something. But yeah. No, Florida. The entertainment value in living in South Florida is excellent. So good. I've seen things on the street going out at night that you wouldn't see in Jersey ever.
Bum shitting in a bucket. Ever seen one of those?
No, not that specifically. I've seen bum shitting though, for
In
sure.
a bucket.
Yeah.
But the best part is the juxtaposition of that next to just
I saw a
such
bum
wealth.
shit in a
you know?
Slurpee cup and then drink it.
No,
Just
you
kidding.
didn't.
That'd be cool though, huh?
That's
what I would do if I was a bum.
That could be a good sketch or something we could do next week.
That's
maybe.
the kind of shit I'm going to be bringing to the stage real soon.
Dan
at,
Casso.
bars and
One guy, one cup.
yeah.
That's all you need. It's a one-man show.
Yeah.
No, but I don't know. I've always think that everyone shits on Florida, but everyone's going to start coming to Florida because we're open. No one really cares.
Seems like a lot of people make it down here eventually anyway.
But I bet you there's going to be an exodus, especially from New York, coming down here because obviously it's like close, easy flight. But we're just open. You're going to be able. The improvs are open this weekend.
Georgia will
Comics are going to
probably
be coming.
get filled up.
Georgia, Florida, and Texas. I think we're kind of like the pioneers on like everyone's watching us to see what happens. Are we going to get big spikes? Because we are kind of just like the no fucks given. Also, I think some of those plain states like Utah and Idaho, I'm sure those
They never really had any
they didn't
skin in the
care.
game anyway
Yeah.
because everyone lives a mile from each other.
It's just mountain lions and just incest. So there's not a lot going on there to be saved to begin with. But no, I think it's interesting. Like now, have you gone to a restaurant yet?
Sit down restaurant?
Yeah.
I went to Grandview. I sat down
and
there.
you didn't
ate.
even call me?
I was
It's
with
in
my
my
dad,
neighborhood.
and I didn't want
Okay.
you trying to suck his dick while he's eating.
Fair.
What do you get? Grilled cheese.
I would have had the sausage.
I got the poke bowl.
I'm sorry.
I know you're nasty.
Poke bowl would have worked for that joke too.
Yeah.
And-
Oh.
Didn't even see it coming. But so were they all like masked up in there?
Yeah, most people are still wearing masks.
But
I mean,
not the
I got
customers,
interviewed
right?
on the street in West Palm about, like, by the news.
Did you plug the pod?
No.
What the fuck, dude?
I don't think they aired it anyway because, like, I kind of mildly alluded to maybe this whole thing is a little bit.
Wait, go on. Tell me
Funky.
this story. Okay, what happened?
Well, like, no, we're walking. went with my dad and his girl and me and Mel down to the water in West Palm and, like, stood on the pier, walked back, and we're walking back through the center, like where Pizza Girls is on the one side and all that shit. And
But like, what did you say
the
to
news
the
cameras there, and like they're setting up to film, and like so like my dad's girl just like strikes up conversation with him because she's, you know, an old, sweet old lady and she talks to everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And then they asked if like one of us wanted to be interviewed for the news, and I didn't like volunteer, but like everyone's like, no, he should do it. He talks for, you know.
There's always a news, like people parked right over there. Always. Yeah.
Well, because the news station's right on Australian.
Mm-hmm.
But so yeah, and then they asked me because like restaurants were opening up and like having seating out front and shit, and like that's what they're asking about, like how have you been doing through this, and what do you think of everything opening up? And I was like, you know, and I just told them like, well, I hope that businesses are opening up just because they feel that the circumstances are safe enough now, and they're not just trying to protect their profit margin. And then I hope and then for me personally, I've just been kind of going through this thing, following the rules and like putting my faith in the powers that be, that everything is being done necessarily according to like the severity of what's going on. And you just kind of hope that like this whole thing wasn't either orchestrated or capitalized upon by the governmental and corporate powers.
Yeah, they're like,
be.
we're gonna leave, not put that in there. They left that out of the package. And you're like, where's Dr. Fauci? You start freaking out. You're like, this is but really, where is Fauci?
Where is he?
I miss him. He's so cute and little, and I want to put him in my pocket. I'm upset, but no, that's hilarious.
I didn't make it on the news. I'm never going to be on TV. I'm going to blow it every time.
You're always going to say the thing you're not supposed to say.
The wrong thing.
Even when you can't like walk into it with a good, clear head. Like, I'm going to do the right thing here.
I'm just too fucking punk rock, dude. I can't help it.
That's right, baby. Jersey.
Yep.
Yeah. Did you see Biden on The Breakfast Club?
Yeah, that thing's pretty incredible, huh?
What did you think about it? Well, first of all, do you think he knew what he was getting at? Do you think he knew who Charlemagne was?
Not really. I mean, they try to brief him on it. He doesn't know what the fuck anything is right now. That's not even it's not even relevant to who he is.
He's like, where am I?
He's completely fucked up. Like his head is so destroyed, and like that's who they're throwing as the Democratic nominee. It's obscene. It's so fucking obscene.
Are you gonna vote for him?
No.
Are you voting for real?
I'm not voting for either of them. I'm not voting. I don't vote. No, it's a joke. It's a joke. The system is a fucking joke. I'm not participating in it. I'm not participating in it.
If you had a candidate you like, would you participate in it?
Yeah, I was gonna vote for Bernie.
So it's not the system, it's the person that you don't like the person.
No, it is the system.
But you were gonna vote for Bernie.
I was gonna at my core, I don't want to vote at all because the system is so fucked up and stupid and the whole thing's a game. But yeah, like I voted for Obama in the past, and like I was gonna vote for Bernie this year. I wasn't registered last election. And I didn't sign up for the absentee vote. But yeah, I was gonna vote for Bernie. But now that these are the two candidates, no way. Like why? Like I was gonna vote for Bernie just because Bernie was a better candidate he was a better popular candidate than we had in a long time, and I really liked a lot of the shit he was saying and what he wanted to enact. I knew deep down a lot of it was never going to happen,
which is fine.
Working against that system,
and he truly. And the thing is, like Bernie is like, I don't listen. You're never going to accomplish everything you set out to do, but I don't think he would have when you walk into the office and like, hey, cool, you made it here. So this is really what happens. I think he'd been like, I'm still going to try to do me, even though it might not pass. I don't think he would have deviated for who he is. It was nice.
It was nice to see someone
do
it the way
morals.
He did it. And true morals. And he had a track record of actually like being involved in the civil rights movement and shit. And like there's documented evidence of that. And like, he's the real deal. It's dope. But
any honeymoon?
Still kind of with that, I was still just kind of voting because like, I just like trying to honor what my dad says. Like, if you don't vote, can't complain,
right.
Fine. It takes minimal effort to vote. I'll go do it. And I voted in the past, and I voted for like local offices and shit and state office. But no, with this, come on. No, I'm not doing it. Like,
all right.
I can't in good faith actually vote for Trump. Like, I think the troll side of me finds a lot of the things he's doing hilarious.
Oh.
And I'm worried about like what effect he could actually, like long-term effect he's going to have on the country. And
if he can,
and how his antics make other countries view us. Like that shit sucks. I get it.
Yeah.
But also what he's doing, if like you have an absurdist view on things, what he's doing is hilarious a lot of the times in the way he just roasts people.
Well,
and he's so fucking rude and narcissistic and just crazy.
He's a cartoon. He's not real.
But Biden is just not acceptable, man. I'm not going to accept that they're just throwing this senile guy out just because he would have the most support, just because he's been playing the game the longest and he's at the top of the Democratic pyramid. that
But
they
don't
just
you
want to
think
throw him in.
they'll prop him up like Weekend at Bernie style and put good people behind him?
Right. That's the idea too. I get
That's
that
my
argument,
idea.
but still it's just so fucking insulting that he's even there. It just, and I get it. Like,
I think he
people would
wasn't
just-
crazy. I think he was like, he had his wits about him for a while. I think something like broke our wits.
but he's always been kind of a questionable motherfucker. Like even when he knew where he was and he was facing the camera, he plagiarized speeches. He plagiarized JFK. Like why? Like I don't like that these are the kind of people I gotta fuck with and like try to support or at least try to feign support for.
Yeah,
like,
but plagiarizing someone's speech is way less offensive than saying crazy shit and assaulting, like saying literally trollish things during like a media conference.
I'm not gonna argue for or against Trump.
Yeah, I'm just saying I don't
Like
think
realistically, objectively, I'm sure like his supporters could bring real things that he's actually done that are positive for the country. I'm not gonna play that game. Like I don't know enough about it. But I just don't like the idea that like
I just thought it was crazy
that they fucking robbed Bernie. They beat him the
times.
fuck out last election,
Mhm.
and that was disgusting. And then they basically just beat him out again, and like the whole Liz Warren thing.
right.
So
It is very disheartening.
I don't like. I mean, I'm just so fucking insulted by either party in different ways. Like the left side of things is more insulting because like I get more angry with people I actually agree with,
Me too.
but act embarrassingly.
Because you're disappointed in them.
Yes,
Yeah,
that
that's-
hurts so much
I
more if like
agree.
it's just like some
Of course, you don't want to see
redneck who I can't see eye to eye with on like reproductive rights or
Right.
like gay rights or civil rights. Like
but when someone on
at
your
least
team
that guy's
acted up-
honest.
Yeah.
At least that guy is who he is. There's just so much like posturing and bullshit on the left, and like Democrats are just such fucking pussies, and it just sucks. Like
I mean, I my whole thing was
I'm in a conversation now where because I don't really know what I'm talking about, I'm saying like a lot, and I don't like that.
and like he does not.
I
like
know
that.
likey
I
saying
just
like.
thought it was crazy that they did put a crazy man. I said crazy twice. On that show, like you need to have your wits about you to be on that show. You have to be like incredibly like able to be on point, talk like to put a man who can't even have a normal conversation with one of the greatest speakers who like reaches so many different audiences, who has very well-informed opinions, who's not afraid to give them, and then he just goes in there and says you're not. I'm just like, I just was like, is this happening? Like why? They both have like it should.
But Trump is
it's
really
so crazy to think like, don't you think sometimes like, wow, this can't. We were talking about this last time, like off camera. Like this is like they're just fucking with us in the simulation. They're like, we're just gonna power this up
Yeah.
and see
No,
what
Trump
the fuck
really
happens.
is just like proof of like this is just the candidate we deserve.
Yeah.
Look at the whole system. Look at the like. If he can get in, it's proof that the whole thing's fucked up and stupid.
You've seen Back to the Future too, right? It
Of course I have.
I
I
mean,
directed that movie.
was a good one.
Spielberg stepped aside and you say, you know, let this little guy take the reins.
You took over and you made a classic, Dan.
Yep.
It's one of your best work ever.
I was -3 years old, I think, probably.
You do a lot of really profound things when you're in the negative of your age.
Yeah. Before I was born, I was really up to some shit.
Killing it.
My spirit was moving through a lot of stuff, it was very influential.
A couple manuscripts,
Yeah.
a few books,
Started a couple religions,
some theories.
did the Heaven's Gate cult.
Oh, that was you?
That was me.
Oh, I didn't
That
know
was me,
that.
yeah.
Okay. All right. That makes sense.
That was pretty
That's on
good.
brand. Adds up.
I was fucked up when I did that. I was on mescaline doing that. The Heaven's Gate cult. I possessed that guy. Yeah.
He was
The
completely sober.
Nikes. I was like, there's no way they're actually gonna do this, and they all wore the Nikes. I was like, oh, this is fucking awesome. I never want to be born.
And that's you got some money for that Nike.
Yeah. And since I've been born, well, no, I was killing it for a little while. Like I took over SNL for a while as a young child.
Yeah, we've talked
I was
about
little,
this.
yeah. Lauren let me take over.
Mhm.
He was a little sour on me for some years, but
What was like the cast that when you were in charge? Who were the cast members?
that was the golden years. Well, my golden years with like Farley,
Okay.
Sandler,
Okay, great cast.
David Spade, Rob Schneider, Chris Rock.
And I heard you actually
Mike
wrote a lot
Myers.
of the stuff too. You weren't just like I know, just like back there directing with the big. Like
I was
you-
hands-on all
hands-on.
around. I barely slept.
I know you did the makeup, the
Yeah.
costumes,
Breast milk and cocaine. That's all I needed back in those days. It was awesome.
and then I heard you actually breastfed Farley, which
Yeah.
contributed to his untimely death.
Yeah, I gave him. Yeah, he was chasing that dragon ever since, and that's.
You got one little taste of your nip juice, and it was over after that.
Yeah, I don't really want to talk about that. That's where shit kind of started going bad for
It's
me.
when you hit your when you were 5 years old.
I started losing it all.
Yeah, you peaked at about 4.5, I think.
Yeah.
It sucks. Before you even got into kindergarten, the world.
Yep. And then when I was fine for like another 10 years and then 14, I just started doing what the fuck I did on this planet. Fuck.
So I saw you
Dumbass
post something about your thoughts on Rogan moving.
Oh yeah.
Are you mad about it?
I don't know. I definitely, I'm sure I overreacted to it like I
You
do
seem
most things. I
a
was
little
really
angry.
angry. I was very angry.
Coming in real hot.
I don't know.
Yeah, you thought he sold
We'll
out.
see how
right?
it all. Yeah, I mean that's how it seems.
But why do you think he sold out? I disagree.
Because he's always said that he was never going to sign on to or buy into sign a contract or buy into another company. He wants to do his thing. This is my show. This is whatever I want it to be. And I get it. Like that's what he said. Like, oh, I have complete creative control over that. We don't fucking know that.
But he's
We
just
don't know that.
licensing it.
And we don't know how long he's had creative control. He's shifted up in so many ways, like over the past couple of years. Like you wonder if like someone actually approached him. It was like, yo, you got to relax on some of the shit you're talking about because you get 1 billion downloads a year now.
That's crazy.
So
like, but I don't know.
I don't know though. I don't want to, I kind of don't like the people that say shit like that. It's just like,
I don't know. I think
you don't want to be a conspiracy nut, but I wonder sometimes.
You really think like that happens at some point when you get too influential or too Hollywood or too political? The Illuminati pulls you aside and really tells you what it is, what's going down.
Yeah,
this is how you
Illuminati or just whatever it is, CIA, I don't know, fucking just people. When you start like reaching that many people, and that many people are taking what you say as seriously as they are, or just,
there's a huge responsibility with that.
It never should have been taken that seriously because he was just a comic doing a podcast. But I just don't like that he's been saying for years and like just puffing his dick up saying like, no, this is my show. I'll never buy into anything. People approach me and get the fuck out of my face. Like all that shit. And Spotify offers him $100 million and he signs on. And I've heard like Alex Jones said some shit about like how this is actually a part of Rogan's plan to take on big tech and like kind of take on YouTube and take on iTunes and Apple and shit. Fine. I'll see how it plays out. I probably did overreact. Good thing is I don't have any real fucking following. So it doesn't matter what I say yet.
Right.
I'm getting all the kinks out right now.
Yeah.
And I'm getting sick of the way I act now before I actually, if I do get famous and popular.
That's right, Dan.
So
I like your optimism.
No,
but I thought I don't know. I think
at face value on paper, he says this thing over and over. It's a mantra of his for years. And then he does this other thing for a lot of money. You would say he's a sellout.
But the reason he did that thing though is because like I think they were taking down his content or other people's content, and because YouTube, it's a private company, so you don't.
That's why I'm probably wrong.
Yeah, because you don't have to abide by First Amendment shit if you are a private-owned company, and YouTube can take you down for any fucking reason, and it's ridiculous. So I think he was trying to be himself, be authentic, and he was getting censored for that, or other people he respected that was happening to them, and he was like, "Well, fuck this shit. I'm gonna get out of here." Lead the way and go start something else. And the paywall is only going to be there if you don't want to watch ads. It's just like fucking YouTube. He's just like, it's like when Stern moved to Sirius. He's just, they already have someone, what is that? The Simmons Show podcast, but.
Well, Stern moved to Sirius because he made like $500 million.
Well, and I'm just saying, I don't think his motive is money. I think his motive is what he believes is that he wants to be himself. He wants to say what the fuck he wants. He wants to be genuine. He wants to say things that are controversial, have Alex Jones on the show and not be
cool. I hope that's what it is.
Like demonetized or punished for that.
I hope that's what it is. I hope I overreacted. I probably did.
You know, sometimes you can.
I'm my worst self when I'm on my phone at work. That's just, yes, I'm the worst version of myself.
And you just like broadcast that for the world.
Yep. Sometimes it's funny. Sometimes it's not. That's why I delete things, because I know I'm a fucking insane person. And I'm not really ashamed of deleting things sometimes. I'm like, I don't like that I said that. I'll get rid of it. Even if it's on my story for only 24
I
hours.
credit you because you do put a lot of stuff out there. I'm too self-critical beforehand to do it. Like I'm already like, no, you're stupid. No one wants to see it. Don't even try it. Like So I give you props for that. You can be also really funny on some of your content.
Yeah. Did I lose live?
Go ahead, put it back.
All right.
All right, we're gonna take a quick little jam, put that back. But I've been wanting to talk about something for a long time, Dan. And it's our new sponsorship that we have. I'm gonna do an ad read. But McDonald's, they want us to start giving them some props. I learned how to make a Big Mac from home the other day. It was healthy. So I feel like I just want to tell everyone that you can eat McDonald's from home. curbside delivery. And they pay for our podcast. They pay for Dan's beanies. They pay for his sweatpants that he wears unironically and a gold watch. I mean, he literally looks like you're in a Russian fucking mob. You look like you like you have buried at least 10 to 12 hookers, I would imagine. It's a lot. It's about 2 more hookers than I've buried. And we're back. Oh, they kicked you off. Bro, sorry about that.
That'd be crazy if they just straight up kicked me off.
Oh my God, we're talking about it. You were being like, yeah, fuck this. And they're like, we're going to just take you off. You're not allowed to go live anymore. You're in fucking jail.
But like I lost the recording of it too. Didn't even give me the option to share.
All right, we're back at it. Oh yeah. It's the aliens. It's the aliens. The aliens are doing it.
It's the aliens, man.
Dude, do you believe in aliens?
Well,
let me ask you this question. Would you go to space?
yeah.
Would you go to Mars? Would you leave, never come back?
Sure.
Would you go to the moon, just you on the spaceship with other astronauts, but you're like the passenger that gets to go, pays like $1 billion because our podcast took off, so you have so much money?
Mm-hmm.
You'd go?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Really?
Yes.
And leave everyone behind?
See if it's real.
All right.
It'd be funny if they just knock me out. Just wake up. I want this space. I want this space. And like,
what if they cloned you? They just like used like a stud. They just like use your sperm to repopulate populate, I guess, the planet.
It'd be fucked up if space wasn't real.
Space is real, but our aliens are definitely
As far
real.
as we know, space is real.
I like aliens.
I believe it's real, but just the thought that it might not be is fucking crazy. Like if it's just a projection and we are in like just this weird simulation going on in this building that's on this planet.
We're just like locked into a VR, right? Like a fucking Black Mirror episode.
I kind of think there's something like that happening.
Me too. I told you I used to have weird thoughts like that as a child, and I would scare the fuck out of my mom.
Mm-hmm.
I would just like come up to her and be like, Mom, like I know I'm me, but I'm not me. Like I feel like I'm like a doll that she was just like, you're insane. And
we were bugging Jackie Sanchez hard with that last time we did the
she
show.
Was fucking
and we're
freaking
smoking
out.
afterwards, and I was talking to her about like, what if your life was just a virtual reality simulation?
She was like, guys, stop it.
And when you die, like it's just some kid taking off goggles, like, whoa, what the fuck was that? Like in Rick and Morty.
Hell yeah.
But yeah.
All right, so I want to do a little commencement advice for the class of 2020. Some problematic tips, pro tips. I feel like it kind of sucks that you can't get, I don't know, I know some kids like my nephews and stuff, and people are graduating and I don't know, like they're doing like drive-by ones or virtual graduations.
It sucks.
I'm like,
it's so shitty.
What were you like in high school? Just like this?
Just the much more insecure, less cool, less attractive version of this, I guess. I was just trying hard.
By the way, we kind of have like a very similar outfit on.
Cool. We should do tracksuits every episode.
I fucking think we should sell some
But
merch.
yeah, I was just trying hard. I was trying hard to be cool and be high all the time.
Did you play sports or anything?
I should have.
You
but
didn't?
I took the route of just being in a band and stuff and being a bad kid. I really should have played football for sure. But
yeah, I think sports are key. Like that's one of the thing that I mean, I was in dance, so not necessarily the same thing, but having something that like I was obsessed with it so much so like I was a perfect kid. Never did anything wrong, never got a detention. I got straight A's.
Until when?
I was pretty until like I was a virgin.
That's right. You like picked up a scumbag streak when you got older, right?
Yeah. Well, scumbag is just in my DNA. I live and breathe it, but I tried
You let it out like a teen wolf.
Yeah, I was just like bottling it and pushing it down. And by the time I was like 18, I was just like, fuck it. Give me cigarettes, give me dicks, give me everything, give me whatever. Which I don't know. I think that was fun because I was a great kid. Like, and it was also for me, like with my family, I just felt like I needed to be someone that wasn't always causing a problem. And also I was like, all these people do the same thing and are not doing anything really well with their life. So I'm going to do something opposite. So I was just like,
that's great.
Obsessed with.
I was the opposite.
Just studying and being perfect. I mean, I was perfect. I was in every club. I sang the national anthem. I was in the yearbook club. I got scholarships. I was like literally a perfect child. And then I just guess I went crazy and I snapped like one of those ladies who murders their husbands. Then I was just like, once you pop, you don't stop. You go nuts. But I don't know. I think some of my words of advice, I think kind of along with that, just like try everything once. You know, we've said this before. It's our life kind of a motto of the pod. Like do all drugs one time. I say don't do heroin. Do meth once. Do everything, just have fun. I think have sex with every type of person out there. Go for a guy, go for a girl. Get all types of ethnicities.
I don't recommend anyone does drugs, really, if that's what you want to do.
But I think just do it one time. It's my
You want
point.
to try stuff? Yeah, have some fun when you're young. But
at least smoke weed.
I think
get
it's
drunk.
cool. I really think it's cooler though to like get tattoos and get into drugs when you're already like established.
Maybe like in your 40s.
Nah, like if you're starting to kill it in your late 20s, like I don't know, if you're making money and you're like independently wealthy, like I just like, because like I bitch about my tattoos and shit just because they're so indicative of a time in my life where I didn't know who the fuck I was and I had no idea what I was gonna do, and like I just don't like that. Like I don't like that I was dropping acid when I was 15 years old.
No, you should let your brain develop.
Yes, like I was like
right.
Duncan Trussell said, it's like dropping acid when you're like 15 or 14. It's like getting the keys to the Library of Congress and not knowing how to read. And that's what it was. It's like I expanded my mind so much when I was young that like I just kind of fucked myself.
Yeah.
Because like I grew up way too fast and like I just wasn't ready.
And also, it really does, I think, fuck your brain up. I think if I could go back and do it all over, I like you're saying like 25, I think is when like your frontal lobe and your frontal cortex,
that kind of shit,
like fully develops. So you're not hurting your brain development, because I do think, even though I started later at 18, I wish I even would have waited a few more years. Drinking is fine, but I feel like as far as drugs, I agree with you. You probably should wait a little bit more till not even so much you're like more successful or financially or well off, more just like so your brain doesn't fucking melt away because you're just putting acid and drugs in it.
I mean, it has its benefits too. I mean, it's just getting into drugs and like partying too hard when you're younger, man, it could just make your life so much harder than it has to be. And people that are drawn to like really abusing drugs and like going way too hard with partying, they're usually people that are capable of doing amazing things where they're not distracted by drugs and alcohol.
Well, because most of the time it's because your brain is just like working overtime. That's
so
how I
just think people should grow up first, know who they are, forge a path already, instead of like me. Because like me, like with my tattoos and like the way I am, it's like I feel like now I'm trying to find the path to where I can be the person I really am, instead of like, I mean, Joe Rogan, for example, like made the person he already was already, and then said, fuck it, I'm getting full sleeves and I'm going to do DMT and I'm doing shrooms, because like he had already made a life for himself. I think that's cool. I think like if you get tattoos when you're older and it's like a sign of like, I don't answer to anyone anymore.
I want to get a tattoo.
That's dope as fuck.
I've never had one.
But me, it's like, I gotta, hopefully the job doesn't care about tattoos too much or whatever.
Or that you can just always wear long sleeves and you live in Florida and just have to wear
like I had to do for years, and like it just blows.
Dude, you would be the funniest person to give a commencement speech. So like class of 2020, Dan Casso.
Well, like I actually talked to my niece.
You just give him like the worst advice. Like, listen, okay, you're going to get hepatitis in an opium house. Okay, you're going to have to look for change in puddles. Your life is going to fall
Always
apart.
change your cotton, all right? You don't want to get cotton fever.
Never.
I don't even want to talk about that stuff. But no, I talked to my niece. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to be so grimy anymore. But I talked to my niece who is graduating high school this year. And I gave her like a little bit. I was like, listen, I think what's going on right now, and like, because like she was just like, we're talking about it. She's like, it's just weird. It's really odd. This whole thing is just strange and it's annoying and it's hard. And I'm like, use it as a glimpse into how brutal life is going to be in a couple years for you. When you start trying to make it on your own, and like, don't be like me. Don't try to like, don't become a permanent child who never wants the party to stop, because it's no way to be. And eventually like, you're going to find that like you do want things out of life. So like, start that now. Don't start it later, because like
it's hard to retrain your brain. It's like learning like new eating habits or something like that. It's like that's one thing with me. It's like, I wish I would have known. My brain didn't have this like click like everyone else did. It's like, it's fun to party and do all that and do crazy shit and get in cars with strangers and go places where you probably should have been killed, and drink too much and, do crazy drugs, whatever. And then at some point though, and again, a lot of that like tapers down, but at some point, most of the people I know are like become completely different people. Like they realize like, oh, that was just a time in my life. But even if you could like reverse that, like I wish I would have like just.
Well, and like the big picture too of like, I just told her, like, I think this country's really headed towards some fucked up times. And
Yeah.
if you're going to continue to live here, it's going to get very, very difficult.
Right.
And so prepare for that. Like have your fun, have fun, but don't go hard. Like, don't lose track of who you are. Realize that you're going to have to live the rest of your life in a much different way than it was when you're a child. And like, cause she is like a late tier millennial. She was born in 2002.
Okay.
So she's like right at the cutoff probably. And I told her, I was like, listen, my generation and even yours, we had amazing childhoods. We had fantastic childhoods, but
Like how you
shit is going to change.
really to say we're in different generations.
Well, no, you're a millennial.
Oh, I thought you were saying my generation and yours.
No, I'm saying me and,
Oh, you're and your
No,
niece.
no.
I got you.
but yeah. So we had incredible childhoods that really kind of
Like too good.
had made us have very unrealistic expectations of how our lives are actually going to go.
Right.
So start getting real with yourself. Put away money. Listen to your parents, because like
Put away money is key. Have good credit. Put away money is I think crucial. But as long I think if you kind of do that and just still though have fun, because what if the world is fucking ending? Then go fucking have fun.
Right.
Don't be too conservative. I think
just find a way to balance.
there is a
discipline.
balance, and I don't know. I think finding like how to do something in moderation. I think I took the line a little bit, but I think I'm a pretty good moderate of like I'm pretty fun. I get my shit done. I know there's a time and place for things. I'm not like getting up just like pounding alcohol or whatever. I didn't even do that in college. But yeah, like if I would go out Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday night, but still do all the shit I needed to do. You're also a much different human when you're 20. You can drink and party and sleep for fucking 3 hours and like be fine and take a couple Adderall and just kill it. But yeah, like as it, just that's okay. I think to have that young, youthful phase of your life. I think it's actually really important because I've seen people who don't do that and then they get married young and then they go crazy. Those are the people who have a midlife crisis, who cheat on their wives, who start like having one of my really good friends, her dad in high school, like left her family, married stripper.
Right, and they were repressed when they were younger, so they go fucking haywire when they're older.
Yeah, a lot of kids are like that.
That happens.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I don't want to deprive her of like the good times.
You're just coming from such a place.
I just don't want her to become addicted to only
something.
Good times and feel like that's only what life can be, and then just have like crippling depression when they're older and like a fucked up head. Like it just sucks. It's not worth it. Like I've had incredible times. I've had times and nights of doing drugs in excess that were probably more fun than most people will ever have in their life. But at the end of the day, I kind of wish I was a different person. Like I kind of wish that I grew up differently and I had a little bit more structure and just a vision of the future.
I think
because I'm doing that now and like I'm catching up with a broken brain.
I agree. But I think like there's a difference between like growing up. It's part of growing up at like post 18 to 22 years old. I think like growing up, you're living with your parents. Like once you're on your own, quote unquote, like you didn't go to college, but did you?
Community college, yeah.
But like if you go away to school, like if your nieces or something, it's like it's such a cool time because you kind of feel like you're an adult, but you don't really have.
But that's one of the things I told her too. Don't rush off to go to school until you know what the fuck you want to do, because that shit's a trap too. Because now there's people that are never going to have the kind of profession that will afford them to pay off their debt in any significant amount of time.
Oh yeah, I have 2 college degrees, and like from that, it's just, I mean, what you almost get out of that too isn't just like it gives you developmental skills as like a person. You learn interpersonal skills. You learn how to like, deal with like being stuck and not knowing how to like. I'm 20 and I have to figure out how to like navigate this new city or make friends or whatever. So I think it just teaches you other life skills, but like within a baby step kind of way, instead of like throwing you in the deep end. I feel like college is a fucking piece of shit for a lot of other things, but I loved it. It was the greatest time of my life. And it does like kind of baby introduce you into the adult world.
I wish I had the experience. I mean, my fucking university experience was just going to my friends' schools and like getting so fucked up I could pretend that I go there and like, oh, this would be cool.
Yeah.
But no, it's sad. I wish I didn't miss out on that, but I also don't have a ridiculous amount of debt right now and a degree I can't use.
I can use my degree. So
good. A lot of people can't. I would probably have a degree I wouldn't be able to.
I wish I would have done I wish I would have got, like, I don't know. I think everyone should do something in technology, learn how to fucking code, learn how to be a programmer. Like the idea, like I remember like I was like, I want to just be a scholar and just like keep learning. And like the idea of like a liberal arts education, which is what I have, is useless. Okay. Like I have a degree in communications and a degree in journalism. The degree in journalism is like gives you tools, and it was like, but the degree, it's like just you don't know how to talk, like I mean, it's not what it is. It's more like theory and a lot of other things based underneath that. But if you can learn how to talk and also learn how to like write code, and you can get either kind of job.
More
you could
people
work in
should learn.
sales, or
Yes.
you could write code. It's
Should have
good
a
to
more Chinese mentality towards things.
Hell yeah, that's why
I wish
dated an Asian.
coronavirus was a Chinese virus that made us more like them, because then we'd be better prepared to fight these motherfuckers off soon in the proxy war that will be happening any day now.
I just watched Crazy
I'm so
Rich
terrified
Asians.
of war with the Chinese.
Are you? It's keeping you up at night.
Yes.
I watched Crazy Rich Asians the other day for like maybe like the 5th time. I like it. It's a really nice movie.
I've never seen it.
Well, I was almost with like Crazy.
You
Rich
were with the
Asians.
Crazy Rich
Yeah,
Asians.
so I really relate to it. But no, I think that I feel bad. Right when
I watched Brazy Britch Brasians, and it's about blood.
Oh, how long did we go without racism? We went over.
That's not racist.
Oh, okay.
Blood say everything with a B.
All right.
It's like their code language. They say things with a B.
I used to buy drugs from the Bloods. I have it in my phone actually, and I'd get in the car, and I'd have to sit in the back, and there'd be like a giant gun right there. These are things you need to do in your youth, kids. Dan's wrong.
Yeah,
Don't
get
fucking
exposed
listen
to
to him.
illegal firearms.
Buy drugs from gang members. Hook
Yes.
up. Just do crazy shit. Don't listen to Dan. By the time you're 25, reevaluate your life. You'll be fucking
Yes,
fine.
live
Okay?
exactly as I lived. It's going
No, don't live like him.
fantastic.
I'm a middle ground kind of gal. Okay, go with me. I'm your safe bet. Okay, party your dick off. Have fun. Do whatever you want. Save some money. Don't ruin your credit. Use a condom most of the time. And if not, you know what to do. Call me. That's my advice for the
Pretty
youth.
good
For
way
the
to wrap it
youths.
up.
The youths. Wanna do a little making a come? What's making you come, Dan?
Seeing my dad.
Oh,
That made me come. Seeing my dad.
your dad does make you come, huh?
My dad makes me come hard as hell because
Fuck
I
yeah.
love him, and I don't get to see him very often. And the time together is so sweet.
Dude,
It's just sad seeing him get older.
make
I'm
sure.
just feeling like we lose so much time, but I know in the end I've been down here living and starting a life that I probably never would have started
Yeah, kid, be proud of
or
yourself.
survived to live in Jersey. So that's good, but I just miss him. And I like that he's playing the ukulele. It's adorable.
That is so cute.
And
I'm
I'm
glad
glad
you're-
he's happy and he's enjoying his retirement and he's not alone.
You like your stepmom?
She's not my stepmom, but Janice is a nice lady.
Janice.
It's his girlfriend, yeah.
Janice. That's good. I feel I wish my mom had a partner to like my mom doesn't like have a boyfriend or anything. She hasn't for a long time. I wish she did. Especially because I don't live by her as like you do. So it'd be nice to know like you have someone to take care of you or watch out for you or have fun or have a buddy. So
Yeah.
I think that's important. I need to trick someone so that I don't die alone.
Well, men are worse with it than women because, like, men, I think, like, if they lived with someone their whole life, they have to be with someone as they die. Like, women, I think, will more often
Oh
be
yeah.
like, no, I'm never getting with another man again.
Yeah, like fuck them. I've had enough of their bullshit.
Like, I couldn't imagine, like, if the tables were reversed and my dad had died and my mom lived, I couldn't imagine my mom getting with someone else.
No, but my dad's remarried. My mom, well, she got remarried, but she's been single for like since I was like in 8th
Yeah.
grade. She's like, fuck this. I'm not shoving my pussy anymore.
But I gave him my blessing on that a long time ago. Like, I mean, he got with someone a little bit too soon after my mom died for my taste, but I told him I'm cool with it, man. I understand. I don't want you to be alone and miserable and die early.
Yeah, have someone to watch out for him, keep him company.
Yeah.
And also too, that alleviates a little bit off of your back. It's not, you don't feel so bad if you don't call him every day
And
and
all
shit.
of his sexual needs are being taken care of by someone else. Because
good.
I'm in Florida. I can't be sexting my dad all the time.
I mean, and especially, I know Zoom doesn't really cut it.
No.
Yeah.
Doesn't.
I'm glad your dad's making you come.
Yeah.
Cheers to all the dads who make us all come.
Cheers to all the cum daddies
Especially
out there.
mine, Dad. Cheers to Jim. Love you.
Top.
Oh yeah. And what's making me come, speaking of a zaddy, is Phil motherfucking Jackson. Oh my God, I love Phil
Oh, the
Jackson.
coach of the Bulls.
Okay, I'm upset that you had to question that. Of course, it's the coach.
Oh, you must be loving The Last Dance, huh?
Have I not talked to you about this? I'm obsessed with it. I went to the rally when they won. My dad. So I was too poor to go to a game. So speaking of dads that make you come, I was
So
like,
you went to the riot.
so I went to the riot. I was like, Dad, it's free, and we can maybe get a TV and see Michael Jordan. He's like, let's load up the truck, kid. So we went downtown Chicago first, like at Grant Park. So there's some seating, and then there's like just like the field area, right? First fucking people there because it was just like so early. We're like, oh my God, my whole life I wanted to see this. Crowd comes, or the team comes out, fucking hundreds of thousands of people just rush the fucking fence, and my little tiny body is just getting crushed against the cattle fence. And like a police officer had to like take me out, and I just got to stand
Be
over.
crazy if you just got pushed through, like your body just in segments, just like
my arms going out, my head's coming out, my dad's just like
throwing
chilling back there, smoking a Marlboro Red, like, hey kid, how you doing?
Yeah.
It's like, I'm gonna go get another Miller High Life. They're the champagne of beers after all. It's an occasion.
Just like warm Play-Doh through a screen door, like.
Dude, I remember we were talking. You texted me the other day. You're like, and I thought of Dennis Rodman when you're like, I've always looked up to the wrong people. I've idolized the wrong people my whole life, which totally resonates to me. One of which being Dennis Rodman. Like, what a fucked up person am I that Dennis Rodman is out of that team, the person that I gravitated most to. I wore his jersey, not Jordan, not Pippen. I was like, oh, that guy that's fucked up, who's bipolar, crazy hair.
Yeah.
You know, he was the original, like, gender fluid, didn't give a fuck, had a hot ass girl.
Fuck Madonna.
Carmen Electra.
Carmen Electra.
Dude, she's still a baddie. She looks so good.
She looks weird now.
No, I think she looks beautiful.
Right.
Yeah, don't talk about Carmen Electra like that. But
I'd still make out with her though. If she's listening. I'll make out with you, Carmen.
Yeah, Carmen.
But that's it.
She's an avid listener.
Just making out, just first base.
Little touch of the tits though.
No, I won't touch her tits.
All right. But yeah, Phil Jackson's making me come because he looks great. That story, that is, you haven't watched it?
No. It's on ESPN, right? I don't have ESPN.
Oh my God, you don't have ESPN?
No, I don't give a fuck about that.
I think,
I want to watch the documentary, and I tend to.
You want to come over? You can watch it.
Okay.
All right. It's amazing. It's really well done, and it just it like gives me butterflies. It's just one of those things. Like as a kid, I loved it.
Nostalgia.
I got to it like makes me smile just thinking about it, and just to be a kid, you know, from Chicago in the suburbs, watching that, like it's a time unlike any other. The only thing I kind of reminds me is when the Cubs won the World Series. That last, I watched. I can't tell you how many times if you look at my YouTube, how many times you can see there's like this like montage of the compilation of like and it's like, and I will still cry watching it. So that like there's just certain things I don't know why. It's just
it must be fun to give a fuck about sports at all.
Sports, it is a fun thing to give a fuck about without like having to get too invested. And I like the Iowa Hawkeyes. I'm very invested in like college football. But yeah, anyways, Phil Jackson just got his book. My dad lent it to me because, of course, he already had it. But yeah, he was like known as the Zen master, and he kind of was. He like knew how to deal with Rodman. They kind of have a little segment on it where Rodman's like, he just knew how to speak to him. He knew how to deal with each player and their personality.
Didn't he
and Rodman's
take
like
acid and study football, and that's how he got became not football, basketball rather,
or like he like microdoses. He's just like kind of. He was into that stuff before that stuff was cool, you know, like he did yoga and was into just
that's cool. That's why he was such a beast.
And taking all that and then taking that combined with like his athletic ability and just he was just such an awesome leader. But yeah, and he's super hot. He looks really good and he has really wide shoulders, which I would like to sit on. So Phil Jackson, you making me come this week and every week. Full life.
Nice.
All right.
Very good.
Let's head out of here, Dan. It's been fun.
Yep. There's been the problematic podcast, episode 11, with Stephanie Wood and Dan Casso. Comedy's coming back, folks. So we'll be announcing shows on this motherfucker before much longer, right? Dates and stuff.
Until then, follow us.
See us live. No one's watching the live. That's what's up.
Follow us, Problematic Podcast on Instagram, at Problematic Podcast, and then me.
Problematic Podcast on YouTube, SoundCloud. Dan Casso Boy on Instagram.
Stephanie Woodwood on Instagram. Follow us. We'll be here next week and every week coming at you live, 8 o'clock from the Problematic. The only...
No more.
Nope. All right, we cut out. We cut it out. All right. Anyways, we out of here, guys. See you later. Peace.
Bye-bye, guys.
For GONZO Radio, this is Super Time 6000 2015 for GONZO Television Station. You're coming to the greater Sandusky, Ohio area. This is Pirate Bill, and this is Frank Welker saying, watch Transformers.